Hello everybody, welcome back to PadFootTD Games. My name is Zach, I'm the voice behind the icon, and today we are back once again going NASCAR style. It is time to start our season, and no, we're not heading down to Speed Weeks yet. But we are going to actually be going to do the Xfinity test at Rockingham. Very, very excited about it, and I've a lot of stuff to talk to you guys about the 24 at Daytona, sponsorships, why we are still hooked up to the Mac Anthem and not to the Peterbilt like we say we were going to do. All that fun jazz. Man, look at you. We got a lot to talk about, but still our old wrap. Our new one is in progress. The only thing really is going to change is that we're going to have a new secondary sponsor right there next to the 23. And we're going to shrink down the Whelen Modified Tour sticker and add Xfinity as well, since this is what this hauler is going to be used for this racing season. Now we're going to hope to try and shoot for a third Whelen Modified Tour championship this year, but that's going to be a little bit harder when I don't think we're going to be able to start all the races because I am going to be welcoming a baby in 2025 in July. Very excited about it. Right around the time of Monadnock. All right, that's all set up. Off to Rockingham we go. It's about a 2-hour trip. Nothing too crazy. Now, let's start, because I got so many things to talk about. Let's start. First one, let's start with this. Why are we in the Mac Anthem and not the Peterbilt? I know that I had said it in a couple other videos, more or less starting out the year, that I was going to switch us over to the Peterbilt that we used to drive for this series. And here's why that stopped. Well, I like the Peterbilt for our solo series, the non-commentary one, which I don't think the first episode's come out yet. Very much enjoy that. And I don't want to saturate for one thing, so I've decided that I'm going to actually keep with the truck that we used last year, the same Mac Anthem, rack those miles up on her for our travels this year, because it's actually going to be kind of going back and forth. And now, here's what I mean by that. And what I mean by that, I should say, is we are not going to be just driving for the Whelen Tour and everything like that. I guess... words are hard today, guys. We're not just going to be doing the Xfinity Series, the Stafford Series, and the Xfinity Series this year. This truck, as far as I'm concerned right now, is only going to be used for the Xfinity Series and for the Whelen Modified Tour Series. That is my plan, is to only use this truck for those series. Now, there are going to be a couple oddballs that'll pop up that'll make more sense to take this. But other than that, we're going to be using our new stacker that we have, our Toter Home stacker, for a lot of our ASA events. And we're going to be running Monaco this year and a handful of other things that I want us to try. We're going to be doing like some pass and stuff, a lot of super late model stuff this year, and some stuff at Langley, which I'll talk about again here in a little bit. So it's just, things changed, and I was like, you know what? This truck is too beautiful, in my personal opinion, to make it go away. It's simple. I've got the Young Buck small thing on the side, and I've got Frog Dog Racing on the door, and the number 23 on the hood. That's all that I really care about. Like, we used to try to design the truck or this or that, and and I went, nope, this is it. And then with the DOT numbers that I put on the side, this is what I like. What else? So yeah, so that's the Peterbilt switch. I felt better in this truck than the Peterbilt for this series. Oh, come on. So our regular series is going to be switching over to a different truck. I'm not sure what yet. Thought maybe still staying in the Mac family, but I'm not 100% sure yet. What else? Oh yeah, so we did testing. That was our first NASCAR style video of the year. We did testing at Langley for weekly racing. Well, with what I have slated for this year for Thompson, Stafford, New Smyrna, everything that I want to do, I don't have time to dedicate. I was hoping that was going to turn green. Lots of brakes. I don't have time to dedicate to do a weekly series at this point, especially this year with trying to finish the house, moving, baby, everything that comes along with baby. I've decided, nope, we are just going to run it like real. One race a weekend. If we're going someplace we can double up with cars, that's what we're going to do. But we want to try to keep it with that level of realism for this year. And again, I know, it's a sim, so, you know, it's sim racing, and we've got the truck thing, and that's all just in the simulator world, and I know we can bend the world, because, you know, X, Y, Z. I also don't want to, like, completely saturate you guys with one thing or another, even if it's something that you guys seem to like. Like, that's why ship sim vids are pretty much once a week. I don't want to completely water it down. Like right now, we're doing the Xfinity Series test at Rockingham. Very excited about it. And then later this week, we're going to be driving for Goodyear from their plant to Bowman Gray for the Clash. Very excited about that as well. You know, it's making things that still make me smile and are still fun to do. So, yeah, so that's Langley, and that's why we're in the Mac. Let's also now talk about, while we're getting our Xfinity Young Buck Beverage Co. car, let's talk about the 24 at Daytona. Now, I was all slated to do the Mustang race within the 24-hour, so it's the GT, 24 hours at Daytona. Ooh, I'm going 68. Let's slow that down a little bit. I actually had a sponsor on board who's going to be coming on with us, and when that started to fall through, I decided to just I was going to enter the prototype. You know, the sponsor was going to come on board for the race. I was going to get a small stipend to talk about their product, and unfortunately, that company is in a little bit of legal problems right now that I got wind of, and I decided, nope, that's not going to work for me. Sorry, everybody's driving around with haulers right now. And I decided that it wasn't going to be good for us. It wasn't going to be good for the brand, everything like that. So I decided, you know what? We're going to step away. So then I decided, hey, you know what? I'm actually going to enter the prototype class. I've done that before quite successfully, especially not being able to run the Daytona 24 last year. I was like, this could be fun. I actually did the practice session for it. And you want to know what happened? I ended up building my house instead. The 2 hours that I would have had to put into the Daytona 24, I spent building my house. Trackhouse just drove by. God, everybody's driving by. And that was the better use of my time and energy. You know, I like it. It's unique. But there's no reason for me to run it. You know, this test I'm doing because I'm going to be in this series. I'm going to be hopefully making the Rockingham race. You know, there's a lot of pieces here that I'm like, you know what, it makes sense for me to do this test, and plus it gets back into the things that we know. You know, not this one-off of just, oh, it's just for fun. You know? And with all the racing that we're going to be doing this year with the, like I said, we're going to be in the Monaco series for a handful of races, which is a modified series for those of you who aren't around. I think we're slated to do one smart modified tour race. We're going to be doing the ASA. We're going to be doing Pass, Act, Wheel Modified, of course. A bunch of Xfinity races as well, including our return to Phoenix, attempting to reclaim our title, which should be just a lot of fun. And I'm really looking forward to this racing season. I think it's going to be a lot of fun. So you guys get to buckle up and come along with us. The other news is that we're going to be welcoming a new sponsor onto a handful of our cars. Now, for the Xfinity Series, our main sponsor is still going to be Young Buck Beverage Co. because I like the car too much to change that. But there'll be a new secondary sticker somewhere on the vehicle. I haven't 100% ironed that out yet, so the paint scheme that you are going to see is going to be the old one, just like the old one on the truck. But we have a new Monaco Tour Modified that is going to have the sponsor on it. The sponsor will also be joining our Xfinity car, not our Xfinity car, sorry, our late model car. Our super late model will be staying as Young Buck. Our mini stock for whenever we do mini stock or anything like that, it'll be on there as well. And that is for a company that is actually near and dear to my heart because my wife owns it. And I've done work for this company. And I thought about it. I was like, you know what? Young Buck's not available yet, and I keep slapping it everywhere because I like the look of it, and it's what my dream eventually is to do. But this company already exists. It is a well-known company for the area, and you can buy the things on Amazon. You can buy it almost anywhere. I know Home Goods has it, and it is Vermont maple syrup. That is literally the name of the product, Vermont maple syrup. They have that. Yes, other brands are like, oh, it's Coors Vermont maple syrup. No, like, this is just known as Vermont maple syrup. Yep. So if you type in Vermont maple syrup, and you might have to type in Viking Farms, I believe is like the parent company that bottles it. But that's what you'll see on the car is Vermont maple syrup. And probably not this week because I don't have it on the car. But there will eventually be a link in the description down below that's going to have an offer code if you guys want to try some of the best maple syrup that's around. Some of it may have been bottled by yours truly as I went to help Danielle out as she is pregnant. So I've been trying to go and help out a little bit more down there just to take a little bit off of her plate. So yeah, I'm really excited about that. And the reason why I say use the code if and when it's finally there, it also lets me know the outreach that I'm having to you guys. You know, who's hearing these things, who's interested, because I've had people come up to me and be like, you should do merchandise or stuff like that. Y'all, merchandise is expensive to start. And because you got to have it made and you got to keep it. You don't want to buy tons of bulk because, like, I have 3,000 subscribers. Not even. I don't even have 3,000 yet. You know, and we've been doing this for a long time. So, you know, keep an eye out for that. If you're interested, of course. Again, never feel pressured to do so, but if you want to try some good stuff. And this comes from somebody who never liked real maple syrup. I'm a fake person. I'm an Aunt Jemima, or what is it called now? Old Mill or Mill River or something. They ruined it. But it's always Aunt Jemima to me. But that was always my favorite. And the other day, I kid you not, yesterday, I was helping bottle. I was helping bottle amber into like half-gallon jugs. And I have to do a taste test when I open up the barrels. And it was delicious. It blew my mind. This is not me doing like a pitch or anything. It tasted amazing. I was so like blown away of like, oh my gosh, this is good. This is what people are talking about. Do I think it's better than Aunt Jemima? I don't know. I haven't done a side-by-side taste test. But the syrup standing by itself, delicious. So I'm very excited to explore that a little bit more, and I'm really excited to be able to share that with you guys and have a sponsor on the car that you guys can also connect with. You know, the last handful of sponsors that we've had, when we originally started, it was a local Subway that gave us the okay, and they gave us little promotional snacks, essentially. And then we had IK9, who was a great partner for support-wise. And then when they were kind of backing out of racing, I said, you know what, let's... that stop sign. I'm gonna go. I've always wanted to make a beverage drink of some sort, and I said, you know what? Let me actually make this brand, even though I don't have a product yet. And now the fact that I'll be able to have a brand on the car that you can actually try, it makes it so much sweeter. And I would like just to note, Vermont maple syrup makes more than just maple syrup. They make maple candy, glasses of maple syrup, jugs of all different types of quality. It's all natural, obviously. They make cooking sugar. Like, there's so much stuff. And I know because I've bagged pounds of sugar. I have set rounds of candy. Like, I've bottled in glass. Like, I've burnt my hands. I've gotten blisters left, right, and sideways. Like, this is something that I can take pride in. It's not a family business. It's a business that Danielle supervises, and my mom oversees it as well. But if it ever had to become ours, I would take even more pride in it. So there's my salesman pitch. I know that we're coming up on 20 minutes already, but really the testing on track is going to be so minimum that I feel like I was able to sit and talk with you guys. So this has been nice, you know. I didn't even get a chance to talk about the house. I'll have to do that in the Goodyear video. Let's see. Truck entrance. That's tourists. Okay. I want to swing, but I got... You gonna let me go? Thank you. Alright, this is our stand in Rockingham. Ooh, there's milk crates in the way of that one. I'm just gonna swing over. Take the long way out back, that'll be fine. Some of the neat places we've been able to drive doing this racing thing has been a lot of fun. Alright, well, it's not as big as I thought it was going to be, but over in this direction, there really wasn't that many options. So, this is what I'm going to do. Since we would be last anyways, because, again, if it goes by any sorts of points, this would be us, because we don't do points. Let's roll down that window really quick. How drunk are we going to be in the space? Right along that white line. Yep. There you go. All right. Time to test here in the Xfinity Series. I'm actually really excited about it. I have not been at Rockingham since they released it for iRacing, before they even knew it was going to come back. So this should be a good time. Let us turn off the lights. Brakes are set. All right, let's step on out and let's see what we're up to today. All right, short, sweet, and simple. We are here at Rockingham with the Xfinity Series. It is time to get ourselves unloaded, checked out. We've been able to do a couple of changes over the winter, getting everything bolted down and ready to go. But this is really a test for the track, but it's also a test for the drivers to be able to be back behind the wheel before we head to Speed Weeks in Daytona. Let's get ourselves ready to go. Let's head out for a test session here at Rockingham. We'll see you guys afterwards. All right, everybody, we have finished. We ran about 72 laps today. Went through a whole bunch of tires, a whole bunch of testing, and you know what? This is a track I am feeling very confident about. We had drivers coming over and asking us questions of what we were doing for the setup for our car. Custom setups all season long in the Xfinity Series for us, and I am so excited to try them out. Something worked because we climbed to the top of the charts and we stayed there. Fantastic. Truly, truly fantastic. It was great to be able to be behind the wheel of the Young Buck Ford Mustang once again. And I tell you what, I am so ready for Speed Weeks in a couple weeks. I'm so very, very excited. We're going to be racing at New Smyrna in so many different divisions. And then we get to kind of in the middle of it, to be honest, we get to run the Xfinity Series at Daytona. And maybe, just possibly, we could get our first win at Daytona in the Xfinity Series. But that's going to do it for this one, guys. If you enjoy what you saw, we do try to get a video out here on the channel every single day. I know we have not been doing that recently because life's just been hard. So we try to get videos out as much as possible on the channel, and we're really hoping that you guys are enjoying the content that's coming out. But welcome back to Racing 2025. How we have missed you since November, and let's hope for a really good season, a safe season for everybody involved. And if you have anything that you want to see, anything you want us to try, anything you want us to do, you know the rule. Let us know down there in the comments below. But with that, I thank you guys so much for coming out to this one, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye-bye.